Cyclone Fani, which is expected to make landfall tomorrow afternoon on Friday in Odisha. Administration already preparing itself. So far, 103 trains that have been cancelled between Howrah, Puri, other parts of southern India as well. Special trains instead that have been arranged to evacuate tourists well in time. Now, these trains are scheduled to reach Puri, and Howrah will also halt at other stations. Fishermen have, those in fact who stepped out mid-sea, have been asked to return immediately. Cyclone Fani, which is likely to make its landfall between specific areas that have now been identified, Gopalpur in Chandabali, with a maximum wind speed of 170 to 180 kilometers. Let's get in further inputs. We have with us our correspondents there, Paul and Imran with us. First going over to Imran, who is at Puri right now. Imran, these are of course preparations that have been made well in time, preparedness of the administration, tracking the satellite pictures here. What are the people saying? Have they been evacuated to safe areas? Are they satisfied with what the state government administration has done on this?
Well, there's a huge task in front of the state administration now. They have to evacuate more than 8 lakh people from low-lying areas to all the relief shelters, which are around 3,000 now. What we're hearing that, the relief shelters across the 14 districts. Now, particularly Puri district is very important because the landfall will happen tomorrow afternoon here, and somewhere between what we're saying 11 to 2 o'clock, the landfall could happen. The entire brunt of the cyclone will be on the Puri city. So far, what the weather officials are informing us, and the NDRF team particularly has pressed into 6 teams here. 3 are stationed in the city itself, and they are also have 24-member relief and rescue team, where in case there is a flooding in the areas, then they have to rescue these people. Relief shelters are across in the city and also in the nearby areas, especially in the Chilika region, where there are small islands, and it is getting difficult for rescuers to take people out from those areas and bring them to the relief shelters. But the administration is saying that by today evening, all this thing will be done. And also tourists who had come here, they've been told to evacuate the city by today evening. More than 81 trains have been cancelled, but the fresh trains, services have been called for to stranded tourists to be reached to Bhubaneswar and also to Howrah. And apart from that, schools and colleges are closed for the next 5 days here. Major 3 important issues before the administration is to provide food, water and electricity, basically diesel generators, because after the storm, they will not be able to depend. The electricity department will cut all the wire lines because it could also lead to danger. Along we have with me some of the locals here who also saw last time how the cyclone was there. कुछ आप बताएंगे कि last time जब आप cyclone हुआ था किस तरह से नुकसान हुआ?
That's right.
बहुत ज़्यादा जय जगन्नाथ जी, बहुत ज़्यादा था लॉस हुआ है। 2012 में जो फाइलिंग आया था तब उसे पूरा बहुत सारे हवा रहा था वहाँ। अभी तो 2019 में जो आए हैं फोन आए हैं, बहुत सारे आदमी को पूरी से।
सरकार की तरफ से क्या कहा गया कि टूरिस्ट को नहीं आना चाहिए? आपको तो होटल चलाते,
होटल था भी, होटल लॉज बंद कर दिया, मतलब किसी को होटल में रहने के लिए परमिशन नहीं है, सबको परमिशन नहीं है। जो भी आदमी है सबको सुरक्षित जगह में पहुंचने के लिए लंच कर लिया। अभी भी चल रहे हैं। अभी तो रेड सिग्नल दे दिया, किसी को जैसे रस्सी लगा हुआ है समुद्र अंदर किसी को अलाउ नहीं है। जो भी बाहर समुद्र का अंदर है, जो भी बोट वगैरह है, सबको बाहर आने के लिए परमिशन दे दिया, शाम तक आ जाएंगे। और
कल तूफान आने के बाद काफ़ी चीज़ों की कमी हो सकती है, जैसे दूध है, पानी है, उसका तो आपने रेशन कर लिया है? कैसे क्या?
हेलो जय जगन्नाथ प्रभु, क्या बोलते हैं?
तो अभी क्या बता रहे थे कुछ?
हाँ, मैं कुछ बोल रहा था कि मैं बहुत कुछ बोलने वाला हूँ, क्यों वो सरकार की तरफ से कुछ नहीं है, मगर ये जो प्रॉब्लम जो है मगर वो खुदा का है। ज़्यादा पहले तो क्या खाने का नहीं मिलता था पूरी टाउन में, अभी खाने का मिले। पहले झोपड़पट्टी था,
अभी सरकार ने बनाया रिलीफ शेल्टर।
सरकार ने नहीं बनाया, जो खुद कमाए वो उसने बनाया है, सरकार थोड़ी बनाया है।
So there are also some grievances there that they have not been adequately, but state government is saying they are doing what they can to provide relief shelters and also to reach out to people who will be stranded. Their first priority is people who are living in the low-lying areas, and then they are attending to the cities. But at the moment, the NDRF said that they are pressed all the service, they are all ready to face the cyclone and if needed. But what is important is that at the right time after the cyclone is over, the rehabilitation is also a major task will be there. before the administration, how well they do it, what kind of rehabilitation they'll do, that also be in question.
right.
But at the moment, all eyes are now on Puri here, looking at the landfall and the kind of impact it will have on the city and on its people.
Absolutely. I'm going to be getting to you on the rehabilitation bit as well in just a bit here, Imran, given keeping in mind that elections are also on, state elections there in Odisha, which are also on. Some dates have to be shifted up. Let's also go across to our correspondent Paul with us there in Visakhapatnam. Paul, we're looking at the level of preparedness here. This is across the coast of all 4 affected states, about 8 lakh people who've been evacuated from various coastal areas here. What are the conditions right now in Visakhapatnam? Because it is expected to face an impact of heavy rains and thunderstorms as well.
Well, that's right, sir. In fact, Cyclone Fani at the moment is around 150 kilometers from the coast to Visakhapatnam, which is very close, and we can feel the effect here in the sense intermittent rains have been happening. When I moved into Visakhapatnam yesterday, it was around 38 degrees Celsius. Now the temperatures have dipped to around 28 degrees Celsius. Very pleasant here. Seems like it is the calm before the storm. And tomorrow, we are expecting very heavy rainfall, not only in Visakhapatnam, but Srikakulam and Vizianagaram districts of Andhra Pradesh. In fact, these are the 3 districts in the northern part of Andhra Pradesh that is bordering Odisha. So, though the landfall is going to happen in Odisha, we will be seeing heavy thunderstorm and rainfall in districts of Srikakulam, Vizianagaram, as well as Visakhapatnam. 70 odd trains have been cancelled by the Eastern Coastal Railways and 40 odd trains have been cancelled by the South Central Railways. So all the passengers heading out, they have been asked to collect the refund from the special counters set up, and the the railways, what they have put out is that every single life is precious for the railways, and they have decided to cancel it because they do not want to risk any kind of situation, especially in those vulnerable areas. Apart from that, the level of preparedness, the Andhra Pradesh government has a special body called as the RTGS, which is the Real-Time Governance Society. They are putting out a lot of statistics, numbers, graphics, as well as images to let the people know what they have to do, what are the do's, what are the don'ts, also telling them not to venture out. Fortunately, schools are closed because it is summer vacation, hence all the kids are back home. Other than that, people have been asked not to venture out. Visakhapatnam will not be seeing much of the consequence, but Srikakulam, which is just before Odisha, there you are expected to have very heavy rainfall. Even today we saw evacuation process being carried out. The authorities, in fact the collectors, have been informed to identify areas where the landfall can have consequence. Those areas people are being evacuated. Identification of places where they can be evacuated to is happening. When it comes to Visakhapatnam, we have 2 naval ships that are ready here, 2 in Chennai, 1 helicopter here, 1 in Chennai. So the state has done all its bit because, like I said, they have seen several cyclones, Varda, Titli, Hudhud. Andhra Pradesh has experienced a lot of cyclones. They know how to handle it, and this time as well, they are preparing well. Information is being given out. IMD every 3 hours is putting out a bulletin. One last word and I toss it back to you, Sahir. The IMD had to say just one thing. Do not believe fake news. Please refer to the website. IMD is putting out official bulletins every couple of hours. RTGS is putting out information. Only refer to news channels or verified Twitter handles for any kind of information. Do not fall for fake news.
That's right. To people across the state, to be only taking in information from official platforms there. Paul, many thanks for getting us the detailed plan that has been put in place and assurance here for the people, and our correspondent Imran there as well in Puri, the state where the cyclone is to make a landfall tomorrow afternoon. Let's also listen in to the latest update here that's coming in. Mr. Ramchandra Rao, who is speaking from the Cyclone Warning Center here in tracking the movement of Cyclone Fani.
As of now, today morning 8:30 is about southeast of Visakhapatnam, 210 kilometers, and it is moving north-northeast, and it is likely to cross the coast near Puri by tomorrow afternoon. So you can see here, yesterday somewhere here it was there. It was a little northerly, it has moved, then afterwards it has moved little north-northeast, and it is continuing its movement. So because of this, from today evening onwards, coast districts of Srikakulam, Vijayanagaram, Visakhapatnam districts will be experiencing the weather. Mainly Srikakulam district will have the winds speed about 90 to 100 gusting to 115. And wind speed will reduce as we are coming south. Say Vijayanagaram will be little less. Visakhapatnam will be about 60 to 70 gusting to 90. And rainfall will be heavy to very heavy rainfalls. At one or two places will be extremely heavy in Srikakulam district and heavy to very heavy in Vijayanagaram and Visakhapatnam districts. It rains and may start by today evening or early night and will continue tomorrow.
So the sea, can you talk about the condition of the sea? How rough is it expected to be? Because a warning has been sent out to fishermen asking them not to set out into the sea.
You see, along the coast, particularly in Andhra Pradesh, sea is rough to very rough and even going phenomenal as the system approaches. So for last 1 week, fishermen of coastal Andhra Pradesh have been advised not to venture into sea.
So we have, Andhra Pradesh has seen several cyclones before, Gaja, Ochki, we have seen Varda, we have also seen Hudhud. Compared to those cyclones, what is the magnitude of this going to be? What kind of destruction can happen because of this?
Sir, as yourself is told, the cyclonic storm's intensity is the same. The devastation and effects will vary from where it making the landfall point. So it is almost having a same wind speed strength, coming under extremely severe cyclonic this thing. The effects will be felt in the where it is coming. Because mostly this time it is going to cross near Puri, so effects will be little less in Andhra Pradesh.